Hey guys, Paul Monk here. So, in this video, I really want to do another one of these because I really liked how the saving throws video went and I had a lot of fun making it. It's such a weird idea that I like, just these obscure, just made to do one thing builds. And so I kind of want to do another one of these. And this one, I'm going to do the Mad Skill build. The build that can do everything. Mostly, in the sense of being a multi-tool. So, when it comes to the Mad Skills build, I'm guessing you probably think of Bard or Rogue, and you're right. Those both work best for it, but I'm going to go for one that potentially has every skill in the game. And even if you don't, you will still have some stuff that'll make you good at nearly every skill in the game. And with that, let's get into it. And you like these style of videos, just let me know. Just comment for some you'd like to see. Check out my other D&D builds. They're pretty good. And the saving throws one was a lot of fun to do. This one will be a lot of fun as well. And it'll be more of a functioning character in my opinion because I feel like what mixes the other works better. So we'll see. And with that, let's get into it. So this is a weird one in the sense that it's potentially a triple class and not even a double dual class or multi-class, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it doesn't have to be, but the build I came up with that will get you every skill in the game, you pretty much have to do every one. And with that, your stats could be lacking, so you definitely want a good set of stats for this. And it doesn't have to set in stone. There's a few variants for how you can do this. But anyway, so I would recommend first, when it comes to the race, either pick Half-Elf, Tabaxi, or Kenku. Reason for it is each of them get skills starting out, and they can choose the skills they get. Which, with Half-Elf, they can pick any skills, and Tabaxi and Kenku, they kind of get more of the Dexing and Rogue skills. They're pretty neat. So, this is going to kind of be more like kind of a stealthy multi-tool character naturally because of some builds like that and the fact that that's kind of how rogues and bards are set up to be. Because, of course, class-wise, it's going to be one of them too. But onto the more unobvious stuff. The background I picked, I looked through all the backgrounds and nearly all of them get you 2 skills and a few other things, but the one I thought would work best for the versatility aspect is in the Sword Coast Adventure Guide, there's one called the Urban Bounty Hunter. And what it does, it gives you 2 skills and a gaming set, thieves tools, and what was it? 1 musical instrument of your choice. A really interesting combination, and it also, the skills you actually get to choose a few different skills. So that was actually pretty handy in my opinion, and I like that there's a little versatility in the Sword Coast Adventure Guide backgrounds. Like, I know a lot of people don't have Sword Coast Adventure Guide, but it does have some pretty good player supplements in it. So, I mean, I think it's worth getting if you have the extra cash. If not, I wouldn't really sink the money into it, and I'd just ask a friend to borrow it or something like that. But anyways, so with that, you'd have at least 4 skills starting out. So, pretty good. Then you get to Rogue or Bard. So, how you want to build it is going to really determine what you start with, because rogues is what I recommend, because rogues you get 4 skills starting out, bards you get 3. The difference is bards can pick any 3 skills and rogues can pick 4, but they're a little more limited. But it's still handy either way. But you want even more versatility, bards could be the option because you get to pick more of anything, and also you get 3 musical instruments as a bard, so that's handy. And it's also why I recommend Half-Elves, because you can pick pretty much any skill. So either of them will work, and when you multi-class over, you will gain 1 skill from that. But the levels I would take in it is level system up to you. The levels I came up for this one would be 8 levels Rogue and 10 levels Bard. Reason for it is Rogue, you also get your expertise, which is the biggest thing. And if you don't know what those are amazing. Expertise, you literally double your skill proficiency for a skill of your choice. So that just makes whatever skill you have even better. Like, literally rogues at a high level, they get like insane boosts to stealth or whatever they pick for that. So it's definitely something I'd recommend. And a handy little trick to that is starting in Rogue or multi-class in Rogue, you can have thieves tools one of your expertise, so you could be lockpicking a master. Awesome stuff. So I would recommend, and at Rogue you get 2 sets of expertise, one at 1st level, one at 6th level. But you can get a 3rd one if you subclass right. Because to Scout subclass, you actually gain survival and nature and you get the skill and you double the proficiency bonus to it. So, yeah, that is already 3 sets of expertise of that. That's amazing. And bards get the same thing, where once you multiclass over, if you do from rogue, you'll get 1 skill and 1 instrument. And at 3rd level, you get expertise, and 10th level, you get another set of expertise. So that's 5 skills you're expertised in, and you already got a ton of skills at that point. And also, there is Lore Bard, where you get to pick 3 more skills if you subclass into that, and you just gain those. So you are pretty stacked at that point. I believe you are at 13 skills now. And finally, it's like, how can you cap that out? And also, you left 2 levels out that you go. This is where the 3rd class comes in. The 3rd one is the Knowledge Domain Cleric. And at 1st level, you can gain 2 more skills like the Arcana, History, stuff, Religion, stuff like that. You can gain 2 of those, and you get expertise in them. So if you're missing some of them, you can pick them up at 1 level in Arcana. Knowledge, not Arcana. You get 2 of them, and you get expertise in them. So honestly, Cleric's Knowledge Domain, it's a good thing to multiclass in if you just want some extra skills. So yeah, that's really handy. So you mainly get that. You also get medium armor if that's something your character wants to have. And you get shields. And the reason I said 2 levels is your Channel Divinity is one of the coolest Channel Divinities, in my opinion, in the game. That is, you gain proficiency in any skill or tool of your choice for 10 minutes. So even if you don't have anything at that point, you have that. So honestly, you don't even have to do this crazy skill build. You can just multiclass into Knowledge for 2 levels. And you can automatically get something your party may lack. So yeah, that's insane to me. You can be a character that literally has a giant bag of tools, and whenever needed, they can just automatically get used to that skill. So yeah. And other than that, that gives you, at this max level, you should have 15 skills. You should have 8 expertise. So more than half you're expertised in. And as a bard, you have the Jack of all trades, where you add half of your proficiency bonus to all skill so you're not proficient in. So even if you're not proficient in all and didn't go to full route, you will have half proficiency in those you're not proficient in. And that also adds to initiative. So that's just something entirely. You will have Thieves' Tools, 2 instruments, 1 gaming set. And yeah. That's insane to me, and I love the idea of it. Just a character that can do everything. Could possibly frustrate your DM, just you may want to run that by them, but it can be fun. And other little options I have for it is also, finally, to finally cap it all off, there's 1 feat called the Skilled Feat. And that gives you automatically 3 skills or tool proficiency. So that would cap out to 18 skills there. You have a character who can do everything. Boom. And if not, yeah, it's just up to you if you want to do that or you want to max out your skills, because your stats may be a little lacking after multiclassing into 3. But there's another uncommon magic item that I feel works with this called the Luck Stone, and what it does, it gives you +1 to all abilities. So even if you don't, at minimum, if you do all this right, you will have +7 to every skill. That's just minimum. And for the expertise one, you will have +13 to all those skills, minimum. So you're going to be pretty set either way. That's not including your normal stat bonuses. So that means, like, for a skill you're proficient in, you will have like +18 to that skill. So stealth, you're pretty much uncatchable unless you roll an @1. So yeah, you're pretty set there. And there's also one other variant I want to mention, and it's why I also recommend Half Elf. There is a feat called Prodigy, and there is the ability on it is if you are a half elf, half orc, or human, you gain 1 skill, 1 language, and you choose expertise in 1 skill. So that's a pretty handy feat if there's just one thing in particular you want to do good at, or you want to get a make up for some of the languages you lack in, or gain an extra. But language-wise, you're pretty good too, because Half Elf, they get 1 extra language, and Knowledge Domains get 2 additional languages on top of everything else you get. Knowledge Domains are just cool. I'm really liking them more as I've been studying up on this. And yeah, the final variant option I wanted to run by that made it really hard to decide how I wanted to do this build. There's 1 rogue ability called Reliable Talent, and it's one of the best abilities in the game, in my opinion. And it's a skill you're proficient in. You can't roll less than 10 in it. So, if you want to do that instead, where I believe it is a Rogue's 11th level, and if you do that, you will have most of them skills if you don't take some of your abilities. And it is actually an 11th level ability. Okay. So you would have to sacrifice some of your expertise and some of your skills, but the skills you're good at, you will be insane at. Because that means, since you take, because how Reliable Talent works is, in a skill you're proficient in, if you roll less than 10, you take 10. The only thing that really overrides it is a nat 1. So the minimum you can roll for stealth or lockpicking, if you are proficient in it and maxed out, if you go by all these recommendations and expertise, that is like a minimum of a 23. So most things you're good at. So yeah, that's just the minimum. So yeah, that is about it. It's a really fun build in my opinion, and I built a character similar to it. Right now, I don't plan on doing all this crazy stuff, but I just want to make a character that was a skill monkey. He wasn't really good at combat, but he was just did his best to be helpful to the party in other ways. Like, I called him a specialist because he didn't want to identify as a rogue. So yeah. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. You want to see more like this, let me know. You got a good idea for a build similar to it, leave in the comments below. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. We're nearly at 900, guys. This is awesome. Let's keep this ball rolling. I'll see you guys later. Bye.